Today we're going to be building product EPLC2-TFM-150LED-RT-100. The tools we'll be using today will be a power drill, crescent wrench, cheater bar, some zip ties, some metal T-handles, got these crimpers here, got your cutters, your knife, and this little toolkit here, so that way we can take off the product label sticker. Alright, first thing you want to do when you get your product is to inspect it to make sure everything's alright. This is your 2-port J-box that we use, tie into the back of the sponge bobs so that we can tie in our grounds and all our wires. So far everything's looking pretty good. We got our screw in there for our ground. The box seems to be working. Now we have an explosion proof 515 plug. You always want to make sure that these are all straight blades when you're using 515 explosion proof. Should have these 3 products in that one box. Should also get a nipple and a 3/4 green CGB for your 16-3 wire that you'll be running through it. Need you a few zip ties here in a minute. Go ahead and unbox this light. It's best to always check the light, make sure everything works well. Upside down. Alright, first thing I like to do when I get these is cut the wire back pretty much right where it folds, since we'll be using our J-box on it. You won't need the wire anymore. Go ahead and set your light up here. Take off your back CGB. Some of them are a little tighter than others. So you take the first layer off, CGB part out, and the rubber stopper. Just throw them back in the box. Alright. Next thing you can do is stick the nipple over the wire into the back of the light. You want to make sure you get this on right, not cross thread them, because then it'll bind up on you and you won't be able to get it off. Alright, once you accomplish that, usually we use a pair of wire strippers. I guess I didn't bring them today, but you can also use your razor blade. Kind of just want to go real easy with this. Make sure we don't split any wires. It's better to use a dull blade on it. It ensures that you don't cut all the way through your sleeve. Once you get this line started, you should be able to pull the wire sleeve right off. You don't have to necessarily cut through it all. There we go, we got all of it stripped back. You can see, you want to make sure you check your wires so you have no nicks in them. Alright, now we've got that done. Move on to the J-box here. Slide the J-box. The J-box always wants to be pointed down, like so. Sometimes these things don't quite go on easy, so you have to use that cheater bar to tighten your box down. Be sure to snug fit. that ought to do it on that. That's what you should look like. The bottom of your J-box should be facing towards your tag. You can go ahead and kind of clip these back here like so. You can use the extra green wire in there to jump your J-box if you don't have any wire available. Stick a little blue fork connector on there. Make sure you see the wire on the other side. Get a firm crimp on that thing. Then we'll attach this inside your box. Stick it under your green screw inside. Tighten her down and give her a nice tug. Make sure she's good. Take your wire off. Alright. Now we're going to put the green CGB on the bottom. This should go on real easy. You'll have to take the back piece off. Like so. It's best just to set it aside so it'll be easier for your wire here in a minute. And tighten your CGB down as much as possible. That should be good. Can't turn it. Next step I like to do is grab your wire. This is pre-cut wire at 101 foot. As you can see, it comes with tape. Before I cut the tape, I like taking these zip ties and zip tying the wire together. That way it all stays nice and neat before we ship it out. Clip these down. You want to be careful not to cut your wire or your sleeves in there. Usually it comes out like this. Pretty simple. You want to slide your CGB top like this. You can always spray a little DW40 if you can't get the slide on. Now we're going to come back and cut the wire jacket again, so we can slide it up through the bottom of the J-box. And at the other end of this whip is where we'll attach the 515 plug. And then the wire should pull right off. And again, inspect your wire, make sure you haven't nicked any of it. You want to slide your wire in enough to where you see the jacket through the other side. So when you come in here, you should be able to see where you cut it. That way your QC can inspect it and make sure that you didn't nick anything. Make sure the CGB is tightened all the way down. Alright. Next step is, now we got all the wires in there, we can now connect them. You're going to take all your green wires and connect them to a 3-hole Wago. Shouldn't have to strip about that much wire off of the ends. So you get a nice connection inside your Wago. more so they're even. Now you got 2 whole Wagos here. Usually after this part, after you get your Wagos connected, if you're out there on the floor, it's best to have QC come by and check them. Make sure everything's snug and fit. And you have no loose connections. Good way to test them, just grab all 3, kind of give them a good tug. Nothing came out, that should be good. You don't have to yank on them real hard. Kind of tuck those inside. Put your cap back on. Alright. This ab rocker here has been pre-drilled from 7 3/4 from the top of the bar down to the middle of the pipe. It's where the best fulcrum point is for the light to be stable. Grab this thing here, turn it upside down, slide her in between the light. Make sure the label is still facing towards the bottom. Take this black T-handle here, use your 5/16 washer, and that's going to slide through like so. Then we're going to take the star washer and put it on the inside, so when we tighten it down it locks and stays in place. Leave it a little loose until you get the other side on. Do the same thing here. 5/16 washer. Take your star washer, slide it down. Once you get a few turns on each side, you can stand the product up pretty much. Enough to where you know it ain't gonna fall out. At this point, mostly done with your build. Tighten your ab rocker down. Alrighty, we got that part going. You go ahead and sticker your product. I'll cover up this here calark. Fold your light down. On the bottom of your J box, you got something that says Get To and also calark. Those need to be covered with these stickers here. While you got your light tilted up, take this here. I already know which one it is. I can't really name it off to you, but grab these 2 here, and that's what we use to take this product label off on the bottom. Go ahead and unscrew it. You can throw the screws and tag away. You don't need to save them. This thing should just peel right off. Of course, we'll clean that up. Alright, do the same thing here on your cord cap. You don't need to cut much off, probably about 1 inch maybe. Get to where I can pull it off there. Not much wire showing, as you can see. Take this here. Cut these back like so, like we did for the Wagos. Alright. First thing we do is go ahead and loosen this up. The second piece you'll install with your cord cap. You don't have to go too far since we're using 16-3. So you take your external part here, base your cord cap, slide that over your wire. This is going to be your second piece. Like so. You can kind of leave everything loose fit until you get the top of the cord cap done. Alright. On here you got 3 different colors. The green always represents your ground. Your gold or brown screws will always be your positive or your hot. And your common or neutral wire will be your silver screws. Kind of open these up a little bit so you can get your wire in there. Kind of do all 3 at once and just wiggle them in there. One click should be good. Alright. These have a certain way they go on. If you look at the base of your plug, got the little ridge there. Sits right in here. Slide that over. You want to make sure you tighten this down. And that you have no red, green, and white, or red, green, and black wire coming through the bottom of your casing here. So as long as you don't see any red, white, and black, white, and green in here, you ought to be alright. Push that into your sleeve. Tighten these down. Sometimes the cords will, or the screws will try to go in a little funny, so you just back them out and push them back in. That's done on that end there. Make sure you back your plugs like that. Let's see. Grab our product label. Which is the EPLC2-TFM-150LED-RT-100. You want to make sure that matches up with this paperwork you got over here to ensure you're getting the right product that matches. Good. Make sure it's nice, smooth, no big bubbles in there. These are our product stickers, or build stickers. Take that and we'll slap it right above our product label. Like so. Alright. That's your finished product.